are in Louisiana at the Bassmaster Classic in front of Mr. Mark Menendez's boat. We're going to install the new 2436 StayNCharge AllCharge on his new Skeeter, and we'll give you a few tips on installation ease and a couple secrets on running with cable. Let's go around to the back of the boat. We'll find out where the best place to put our StayNCharge smart box in this Skeeter boat. Let's go back and we'll take a look and see how we can get it in there. Okay, on a lot of these boats, they have their live wells kind of in the way, but you need to find a location that's going to be sturdy enough that you can actually, the perfect deal would be to screw the unit onto a wall to secure it. You want to keep it, it doesn't matter which way it's installed, upside down, sideways, or anything else, but you want to keep it secure as you can so that when it's bouncing around, it's not going to jump all over the back of the box. Now we'll find a good location in the Skeeter, and it might end up being with tie wraps, because we want the unit sitting where whoever's boat it's in, they can actually see the battery diagrams on the back of the unit, so that they can see which batteries are charging and making sure that the unit's working correctly. So let's find a good location. Okay, we found the spot on this Skeeter. It's kind of you got to look around and find out what's going to work out for you. Every boat's going to be different. It's okay to screw it down to the inside of something. Make sure you don't go through your live wells or your gas tanks, and just be really careful what you do. In this case, on this Skeeter, the best place for the installation we found is going to be right on the water lines for your live wells. We're going to take some really strong tie wraps, and we're going to tie wrap it on all 4 points. And it's actually going to be a really nice installation, because what's going to happen is, because it's on tie wraps, it's actually going to be better on the unit, because it's not going to be slamming up. It's going to have more of like a shock absorber effect, and it's actually going to be better for the unit. So it's going to be a little more trouble to install this way, but it's going to look good, it's going to operate good, and the owner of the boat's going to be able to see the product really well and see how it's working at all times. So we're going to find it right down here in the front of the battery compartment. Now, in our StayNCharge Smart Box, the number 1 battery on the outside of the box has to go to the battery that has the positive cable that directly connects to your trolling motor. We've got to make sure that the number 1 battery on the StayNCharge AllCharge box goes to the battery that has the positive cable that runs all the way up to the trolling motor. Battery number 2 is our other outside battery that has the negative wire on it that has to go to the battery that goes to the negative that hooks direct to the trolling motor battery. If you have a 36-volt system and it works the same way, well, all you're doing is putting your third battery in the middle. So let's find out which batteries hook up to which wire, and we're going to go ahead and hook them up. Okay, we've located the batteries, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the cables off of battery number 1, and we're going to hook up our StayNCharge AllCharge cable to number 1, and then we'll go over and we'll do number 2, and we'll get that hooked up, and then we'll show you how to run the input wires. Now, anytime that you're working with battery terminals, you need to make sure there are a couple things. Number 1 is that the terminals should always be clean, and if you have a lithium grease, you should use it. Anytime you're tightening anything to a battery terminal, you tighten it as far as you can with your hands, and always, always, always use a pair of pliers and get at least another quarter turn on your nut or wing nut or whatever you're using on the battery. At least another quarter turn. It's going to save you so much trouble down the road that you're not going to have battery problems. So always make sure your battery terminals are clean and tight.